welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Tonight we're going to talk about something that it's been on my mind for a few days now, and I just haven't got to the camera yet to film it. But as of now, there's literally like 2 or 3 individuals left. Out of everybody out there that used to preach branched-chain amino acids, there's about 2 or 3 that are yelling from their high horse. They're making fun of people that suggest essential amino acids. They're calling people that suggest essential amino acids names, which I find kind of like, that makes no sense. Like, if you're dead set that you have the way, there's no reason to make fun of other people, to draw attention to yourself, to make people think that you might be right because you're making fun of someone. Like, trying to put someone down is usually, and I myself used to do that, is usually a way of deflecting when you actually don't have the answer or you're wrong. So that being said, there's about literally 2 or 3 individuals left out there that are still complaining about branched-chain amino acids this, oh no, they really do this, they really do that. And every other fucking company and every other individual that used to fucking praise these things have gone and kind of quietly backed away from the branched chains, right? They may have some in stock still, they're still selling it, but they're not going to be producing it anymore. And they started producing essential amino acid formulas, EAA formulas. And as far as I know, I haven't seen any EAA capsules or tablets, because I think that back in the day, those tablets were fucking big. I don't think anybody's going to want to take them, but they're starting to produce EAA powders, right? In good flavors. They're starting to do that. Now, why are these individuals still, right? Oh my God, these EAA idiots that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Listen, you're calling actual scientists idiots, because plain and simple, you guys are the ones that are full of shit. But if you come out and admit it, if you come out with an essential amino acid formula and say, you know what, the branched-chain amino acid things, we were wrong. They do not promote muscle growth by themselves. There's very little use, if any, for them, period, without a protein source, like a complete protein or an essential amino acid. You know, they're talking about, well, you're supposed to take them with complete protein. It's like, if you're taking complete protein, like chicken and tuna and shit like that, you have enough branched chains. You don't need to add it to it whatsoever. So there really is no, in my personal opinion, no use for branched-chain amino acid supplements. Now, take the leucine out, because some people are saying, well, I like to use them during my workout. And it's like, okay, what are you using them for? Well, they help give me energy. Okay, here's the deal. The energy part that you're feeling is the 2 amino acids, isoleucine and valine, that convert into glucose for energy. Now, here's the thing. They don't convert very well. They'll do it, right? Did you ever stop to think that 5 grams of carbohydrates from a maltodextrin, a highly branched cyclic dextrin, whatever, it doesn't even matter. It could be fucking dextrose. It doesn't even matter. The dextrose, 5 grams of dextrose during your workout would shut down muscle loss, right? Because it would actually increase insulin secretion a little bit, which actually, when the insulin starts to come up, it shuts down the muscle loss. It puts you in a I want to say anabolic state, but it doesn't technically build muscle, but it does shift like that. And those carbohydrates also convert to glucose faster, better, and more efficient. So you actually get much more out of your workout if you took 5 grams of some kind of carbohydrate rather than a branched-chain amino acid. Now, despite all that shit that they're saying, and one I had somebody send me a fucking video, right? And it was a clip taken out of another individual's video who I don't fucking like to talk about. I don't like to mention the name. It's like Voldemort. It's like the second Voldemort, or the third, because Voldemort's a real one. So you got Voldemort 1, the real Voldemort. Voldemort, the fucking other dude from Texas. And Voldemort, this one fucking from Ohio. Or where's he from? Chicago. Anyways, doesn't matter. Talking about, well, I never said that you should take them all day long. I use them during my work. I use them all day long because I have access to them. What the fuck kind of statement is that? So you're literally telling people that you take them just to take them for no reason at all, like that. That's why, because you have them available, so you take them. But meanwhile, you stay on a super strict diet all the time. You train hard all the time. You take anabolic steroids and more than what your doctor gives you. And you're trying to convince people it's the BCAAs that you take during your fucking workout. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. It's starting to really fucking piss me off, because people are blatantly lying about shit. And they say things in the videos, they don't even realize what they're saying. Saying that you only take them because you could get them for free means that you don't think they're doing shit. You're not using them for any specific reason. You're just pouring them in a jug, drinking them for the fuck of it because they're around. What the fuck? So all these people out there that have hard-earned money that can't afford them, you really have no answers to what the fuck they do, because plain and simple, you're doing other things, like you're eating fucking plenty of protein throughout the day. You're getting plenty. You're taking fucking whey protein powder. That whey protein has plenty of branched chains in it and essential amino acids. It's a complete protein. You're covered all the time. Branched chains are not doing shit for you. If you took them out of your fucking program, you would see zero difference. Nothing. Nada. But if these individuals who like to actually make fun of other people, they like to make fun of other people because they can't argue, literally said, you know what, guys? Here's the deal. you know, we were wrong. We're going to do essential amino acid formula because we think it's better. Actually, matter of fact, the scoop of whey protein would be better than a branched chain amino acid. But that's anyways. We'll actually get into that in a second. It would make them look like they are incompetent because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They're producing this product and fighting about it. And even after the actual information comes out about how complete proteins, essential amino acids, muscles actually built, they still argue. So for them to flip the script now and say, you know what, you guys are right, it's not going to happen. It's a pride thing. It's an ego thing. It's not about putting out a better product. It's not about helping you. They don't give a fuck. What they're trying to do is go, we got all this shit over there and we got to fucking sell it. And this has been making us a lot of fucking money. We make more money on profit margin on this fucking shit than way more than the fucking protein powder. So if this shit goes down to fucking tubes, we're going to be making about half of what the fuck we were making. Panic mode, emergency mode, try to discredit everybody who talks about fucking essential amino acids, try to discredit everybody who's not on board with branched chains, try to call them names, try to make fun of them. But that's what's really fucking going on. So now here we have, again, do not listen to me. Do not listen to them. Don't listen to us. Please do not listen to me. I'm begging you, don't listen to me. But what I want you to do is go out there on your own and do your own research. Matter of fact, if we look up right now, we just literally go here and look up. All right, that was my fault. I should have been better prepared. My phone was dying. I'm trying to type it in the phone and I'm looking at the thing fucking telling me it's going to die. Anyways, so I put it up on the computer now. So literally, if you type in, do branched chain amino acids build muscle, right? Just type that into Google. Very simple. The first one that pops up, well, what I do is I just went to the first one. I said, let me see what the first one says, right? BCAAs, bottom line, if you're taking adequate protein, then BCAAs are a complete waste of money, says protein researcher Stuart Phillips. Some of you may know his name. PhD of McMaster University. Mike Roussel, PhD, agrees. It's important to realize that branched chain amino acids are found naturally in the proteins that you already are eating, like whey or casein or protein shakes, eggs, beef, fish, and chicken. He says this means that for the average guy looking to get fit, okay, and if you're not the average guy and you're looking to be a bodybuilder, you need steroids, not fucking branched chain amino acids. That's the fucking truth. There's no need to add branched chain amino acid supplements to your post-workout protein shake or anything like that. It's overkill and it won't get you any better results at all. It's not going to harm you, right? It says not that it's taking more will hurt you. It's just that those amino acids may not help you build any more muscle. In fact, one study in the Journal of Amino Acids, and it says, yes, there's actually a research journal that named that, found that additional supplementation of leucine, one of branched chain amino acids taken before and during anaerobic running, which I guess would be sprints, did not improve exercise performance. Nada, nothing. That's just the leucine, which that's the one that everybody talks about. They're like, oh my God, it's the leucine that really does it. Why don't you just take leucine? People used to do that. It didn't fucking work. And that's why they came out with branched chains. Leucine didn't fit the bill. It didn't work the way people wanted to. You can't just take a bunch of leucine. Matter of fact, there were companies that produced Leukick, like Muscle Tech and other companies that produce leucine supplements that didn't pan out, and that's why you don't find them anymore. Unless you're depleted in leucine and you take the supplement. It says on the flip, one study published in the Journal of the International Sports of Science Association of Nutrition found that individuals were able to maintain lean body mass while supplementing with BCAAs during a caloric restricted diet. Now, why do you think that is? We're able to maintain because they're feeding themselves enough protein and essential amino acids to maintain that. Not because of the branched chain amino acids. Now, what the branched chains do is trigger that. But here's the thing. If you're taking branched chains throughout the day, like this thing suggests, you constantly have the two amino acids, valine and isoleucine and valine, that convert to glucose. Your body will use the glucose before it will use the muscle tissue. It's easier for it to burn glucose than muscle tissue. So now what happens is you have a source of fuel you're putting in your body. What else is a source of fuel? Carbohydrates. What else is a source of fuel? Fats. Two of the fucking macros. You don't need branched chain amino acids. You don't need those two amino acids to keep you from losing muscle. Very fucking simple and very straightforward. Final verdict, it's not that BCAA supplements have no merit. You should take them if you're not getting enough in your daily protein diet, in your daily diet of whole proteins. Like, who the fuck's eating whole proteins and not getting enough? But when you eat 2 to 3 grams of leucine from food sources at least 3 times a day, you do not need them. Chris Moore, PhD, RD, is one of the owner of blah, 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 is a bachelor, master of science degrees in nutrition at the Pennsylvania State University. I mean, this is a fucking real deal. That's just the first one. And if you go down the line on every single one of these fucking things, it's like, you know, in some of them, the way that it's written, right? Here's one called Healthline. 5 proven benefits. Increase muscle growth. So you read that, you're like, oh fuck, so you increase muscle growth, right? It says the BCAA leucine activates a certain pathway in the body that stimulates muscle protein synthesis, which is the process of making muscle. That is the process that initiates. But without the other amino acids, the essential amino acids, you can't do that. It doesn't say that right there. So when you read it, you're like, well, the leucine It causes the process of, it doesn't say it actually builds muscle. It says causes the process of making muscle. The way that that is worded makes you go, okay, it builds muscle. That's not what that means. It starts the process. The process meaning beginning to end. How the fuck do you get from beginning to end? You need those essential amino acids. The branch chain, just start this. Without the essential amino acids, nothing fucking happens. It's very simple, right? Number 2, decreases muscle soreness, which I found kind of interesting. It says it's not uncommon to feel sore the day after. It helps with DOMS, which I was like, okay, maybe that would actually be, and it says several studies show that a decreased protein breakdown during exercise, decreased levels of creatine kinase, which is an indicator of muscle damage, which means you're not damaging the muscles as much while you're taking branched chain amino acids. It says it right in there. Decreased levels of creatine kinase, which is an indicator of muscle damage. So you're taking branched chains and you're not as sore because you're not damaging the muscle as much while you're taking them. It says it right there. But when you read it, you're like, oh, cool, it doesn't damage the muscle as much. You're not thinking, right? Oh, delayed onset muscle soreness, that's not going to be there anymore. Cool. All right, yeah, I don't want to be sore. Fuck it, right? But you're not reading. You're not knowing what you're reading. Like, they're putting it in here exactly how they want you to read it. But when you read it, you've been so conditioned to think branched chains are such a great product and they work so well, you're reading something else. There is no interpretation of these words. There are these words. And those people that are trying to push branched chains on you still are hoping that they get, or maybe they're fucking dumb enough so they interpret this the wrong way, but there's no interpretation. These are the fucking words and this is what it means, period. If you're sitting there trying to, if they're interpreting it the wrong way and they're fucking telling you, that's one thing. But I don't believe these people are fucking idiots and they're interpreting this the wrong way. Reduce exercise fatigue, right? Your muscles use BCAAs during exercise, causing levels in your blood to decrease. When your blood levels of BCAAs decline, levels of essential amino acid tryptophan in your brain increase. Your brain tryptophan is converted to serotonin. Brain chemicals start to develop fatigue during exercise. So we're saying when you add these back in, you start to decrease through tryptophan. And what's interesting is they also talk about these converting to glucose. So you're delaying fatigue by these converting to glucose. So which one is it? Is it the tryptophan or is it the glucose? Physically, right then when you're in the gym, it is those amino acids turning into glucose. So if you took 5 grams of fucking dextrose, maltodextrin, or fucking highly branched cyclic dextrin, guess what? It works faster and more efficient than that and does the same job. It's carbohydrate. So basically, you're not eating the carbs. You're taking branched chains, but they're converting into the end result of what you eat carbs to get in the first place. Like, this stuff is fucking killing me. Prevent muscle wasting. This is the one that's interesting, right? Muscle proteins are constantly broken down and rebuilt, synthesized. The balance between muscle protein breakdown and synthesis determines the amount of protein in muscle. Muscle wasting or breakdown occurs when protein breakdown exceeds the muscle protein synthesis. Now, here's the thing, prevent muscle wasting. So when the leucine triggers muscle protein synthesis, right, that stops muscle protein breakdown. Therefore, that stops muscle wasting, right? But it doesn't build muscle. Now, the whole, the whole guise of taking branched chain amino acids for most people are to build more muscle. It's not about stopping fucking wasting disease. That's what it talks about here. In wasting disease, what the fuck? It says in humans, branched chain amino acids account for 35% of the essential amino acids found in muscle proteins. They account for 40% of the total amino acids required by your body. Therefore, it's important that the branched chain amino acids and other essential amino acids are replaced during the time of muscle wasting to halt or slow its progression. Let me read that again, so in case you guys didn't hear it. Therefore, it's important that branched chain amino acids and the other essential amino acids are replaced during times of muscle wasting to halt it or slow its progression. And I'm sitting here going, holy fucking shit. Like, this shit's all here. And this is not new. This came out like, I don't know when the fuck this came out, but this has been out came out in July of 2018. So this is like a few months ago. It's not like it came out today and people can't fucking figure it out. It benefits people, this is number 5, it benefits people with liver disease, okay? Estimated 50% of people with cirrhosis will develop hepatic encephalopathy, whatever the fuck that word is, which is the loss of brain function that occurs when the liver is unable to remove toxins from the blood. While certain sugars and antibiotics are mainstays of treatment for hepatic, whatever the fuck that word is, it's a big word, ENCEPHALOPHPATHY, I'm like, I don't know, whatever. A review of 16 studies, including 827 people with hepatic, blah, 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 whatever the fuck that is, found that taking a branched chain amino acid supplement had benefit on the symptoms and signs of the disease, but had no effect on mortality. So the people still fucking died, right? It didn't reverse cirrhosis of the liver or anything like that. But here's the interesting part. The one thing that they might be used for that might help anyone, especially someone on steroids, would be to use branched chain amino acids for your liver. That's what this thing is saying. Now, whether or not that's fucking true, I've never heard of anybody in the fucking world who took branched chains and their liver got fixed. But let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. They're the scientists, they're the researchers. It can help with liver toxicity. So that's the 5 benefits. And this one is a health, it's called healthline.com. Like if you go right down the fucking line and you start reading these things, all of these fucking things, except for the shit that's paid for by the people that are pushing it on you, clearly state in there what branched chains actually do and that the other essential amino acids are needed. And they're needed together in combination, but taking extra branched chains do not help anything. So I'm sitting back on, this information's been there all along. And if I read it and I think like an individual that has been brainwashed into thinking that branched chains help you build muscle, I can actually get that out of that. But when you read it, that is clearly written to let you know that branched chain amino acids do not build muscle. They stop muscle protein breakdown, anti-catabolic, not the same thing. They help with energy and endurance, right? Which a carbohydrate fucking based drink is more efficient and will do 10 times what this fucking will. And that is basically where it ends. Like you need them for that. To say that you can literally, take branched chain amino acids all day long and keep building muscle and not have to eat other protein, guess what? The protein you're eating has more branched chains in it. That's fucking being used to build muscle. Those branched chain amino acids that are left over in your blood, the leucine's going to be used to turn on the muscle protein. So this is whatever's left. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen to that. But those other 2 amino acids, it's going to enter the amino acid pool and it's going to be used eventually wherever you need it. But I don't know where that's going to fucking wind up. When it's needed. But those other 2 amino acids are going to be used for some kind of energy. It's going to be turned into glucose and used for, isoleucine and valine. They're going to be used as energy, which means that your body, if it has, let's just say there's 5 grams of branched chains in there that convert to 5 grams of glucose. That's not how it works, but let's just say, I want an example so you guys can fucking grab a hold of this and understand. If there's 5 grams that is used, that's 5 grams less of glycogen that you'll use off your body. It'll remain stored. Or that's 5 grams of body fat your body's not going to use because it's fucking got another source of fuel. So therefore, some people are like, well, it doesn't really matter. Fuck, you can say it doesn't matter. I want my body working as efficiently as possible. I don't want shit shoving in my fucking body, making it harder for me to get gains or to lose fat. It makes no fucking sense. But these guys, they're out there and they're fucking telling you all about how great it is and how wrong we are and calling us names and shit. Meanwhile, scientists, I haven't heard one of these motherfuckers explain yet how this works. What they do is they say this shit. And when they say this shit, it sounds to people like they're talking about muscle growth. That's not how that works. They're even talking about now about how you add it to the food and then the food is really, you just extend how the food works. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like none of this makes any sense and it's becoming a fucking circus, but you know what? I go, fuck, my heels are dug in like a motherfucker. I'm not going anywhere and I'm not going to fucking stop. I don't give a fuck who likes it and who doesn't. I am not stopping till everybody understands right fucking now that branched chain amino acids do not build muscle. I'm like fucking losing my mind. Essential amino acids build muscle. Without all 9 essential amino acids, you do not, period, build muscle. It is not fucking possible. So these guys are actually trying to get you to believe something that is completely impossible in the human fucking body can happen with their product. Holy shit, they cracked the code. They're probably going to fucking solve world hunger and get fucking rid of gout and everything else in the next fucking couple months with some kind of whack-ass supplement they got next. But the bottom line is, people are going to be full of shit. When they got money involved in it, they're going to be full of shit. I didn't have a single fucking penny involved when I made the first branched chain video. Matter of fact, the companies I was working with were making branched chains, and I was fucking speaking out against the shit. So don't give me this fucking shit about it's money. It's just fuck that. It's about doing the right thing. And I look at myself in the mirror every fucking day, and I'm happy with what I see because I know I'm doing the right thing. These motherfuckers, they smile, they go to the bank, but eventually, you fucking play with dirt, you're going to get fucking dirty, and that's exactly what the fuck's going on here. I prefer to stay clean. Well, I'm dirty as a motherfucker, but I prefer to stay clean and do the right thing. And literally, I've seen from the last year, people are getting it. But you get those few people that they're going to stand there and they're going to ride it till those fucking wheels fall off and it literally falls and disintegrates. They don't give a fuck because they don't want to lose money. Sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes it's about what's right. And until these motherfuckers actually sit there and do what's right, fuck them, I'm coming for you. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. Well, it's okay for me to fight, but don't fight. www.biostrength.com is the blog. It's the Fuck That BCA's bicep, and we are out.